The Omnitrix has 1,912 DNA samples total for the user to transform into. Some of them are mainstays of the Ben 10 franchise like Humongousaur, Heat Blast, and Forearms, and these mainstays get a lot of screen time. Take for example Humongousaur, who has 67 appearances since Alien Force straight through to the end of Omniverse. It makes me wonder what other aliens got left in the shadow of the fan favorites. After cooking up another video for you guys, I want to answer the question, who are the aliens that Ben should have used more? But let's start with the classic series because there are a lot of aliens and a lot of Ben 10 series, and stick around to the end because the last alien goes brr. Starting with the Anur trio, who each got a single transformation for the entirety of the series. We get wrapped up with Snero. He is a Thep-Kufan species from Anur Kufos, which is a huge desert wasteland filled to the brim with corrodium. Now, this is a purple metal that can be used as a power source or to mutate living organisms, as we saw in the episodes Under Wraps and Be Afraid of the Dark. Now, after Ben 1v1 him, he was able to scan his DNA and was later able to transform into him once in the episode The Return. Now, why I think Ben could have definitely explored more transformations with this alien is because of his abilities. The Mummy is basically a bandage man, with all of his powers revolving around manipulating bandages. This sort of makes him a bit similar to Wildvine, but trust me, they are still very different. We don't really get to see him use these abilities much until Omniverse, but to be able to use these bandages would come in handy in quite a few situations. Since he was scanned in Season 3, Episode 8, we couldn't be looking for him to be used before that episode, but an episode where he could have definitely fit right in was the episode Ready to Rumble, where in the final moments of the episode he could have totally replaced the Ditto in that all-out brawl. Ben Wolf, on the other hand, could have definitely taken the wrestling bits of that same episode. This alien was first seen in the episode Ben Wolf, and he had one of the most interesting scanning and transformation sequences in the entire show. Ben went through a sort of werewolf metamorphosis until he became a full-fledged Labon with his omnitrix symbol and all. I think this alien definitely deserves more of a spotlight because of the abilities that he has. Beyond the entire werewolf thing, where being fully enhanced with sharp claws and teeth, I think this Sonic Howl ability should have been seen more. So in the very same episode, Ready to Rumble, having Ben Wolf or Blitzwolfer replace Forearms would have made the stakes even higher and the battles even more competitive. It would also be able to force Ben to be even more creative as well. Now that we've turned Ready to Rumble into an Anur WWE episode, we move on to the Frankenstein Electrocutor, Frankenstrike. After Ben scanned Dr. Victor in the episode Be Afraid of the Dark, this alien brought the ability of electrokinesis to the Omnitrix, which was a very fresh and new ability for the original 10 aliens. Along with that, he had a fully enhanced body, so he wasn't a pushover by any means. We have seen this where he was able to take on Zeskare in space. I definitely think we deserve more of this alien. Of course, Omniverse delivered, but some episodes in Classic he could have definitely fit in. Examples being Don't Drink the Water as the replacement for Forearms, Ben 10 versus the Negative 10 as a replacement for Diamond Head, and also the episode The Visitor as a replacement for Heat Blast. These changes would have definitely made the episodes more entertaining as well, and given the viewers of the classic series the chance to see more of Frankenstrike. Finally, we have the Sub-Zero Temperature Lizard, Arctiquana, first debuting as a Ben 10K exclusive alien in the episode Ben 10,000. The Polar Manzardil would have been Ben's only Ice-type alien. The ability to freeze your opponent solid has been one of the most overpowered abilities in all of fiction. Ben never transforms into this icy lizard until Omniverse, but his freeze rays would have been very useful in a few episodes. Since we firstly saw him in the episode Ben 10K, we would have to be looking at Season 3 onward for Ben to use him again. In the episode Ben for Good Buddy, he could have replaced Ripjaws in the earlier part of the episode, replaced Heat Blast in Monster Weather, and it would have been really interesting to see him take on Kenko instead of Cannonbolt in one of my favorite episodes, Game Over. Comment down below who you think deserved more screen time in the classic series. And if you want to know who was the most used classic alien, it's Forearms. Subscribe for more videos like this.